Got some UCO or UCO, I don't know which it is. Candle lanterns. I love these things. I have these mainly for emergency use. Um, the really only two reasons I use them are if I'm camping, you put them in a tent and they keep the condensation off the walls if you let them burn. They say you're not supposed to let them burn all night, but they hang. You can hang them in a tent safely. I've burned them all night with no issue. And I also keep one in all my vehicles, at least one. And reason being, if something happens and you're stuck in your vehicle and you're out of gas or your battery's dead. Not that these are going to heat a car, but they will a little. And I mean just the psychological value of having a little light in your vehicle, a little heat coming off of it in a bad way. Might make the difference between a good and a bad. Three versions I got here are the original, the candle lantern, which is collapsible, does fold down, and then this is the micro, which also folds down, and the mini, which does not fold down. And this one I have extra tea lights in it. Now the original runs off of these type of candles, which are 8 or 9 hours, and don't leave them in your car because this is what happens to them. Anyway, the other ones run off of tea lights, and everybody's familiar with tea lights. And you can get them anywhere. I mean, Walmart has them, and this is how they go in. Now the micro here is able to store another one in the bottom, and that is just, you unscrew the bottom, and as you can see, there's one that you can put in here and store it. So you have two, and these burn for 4 hours, I think, these little tea lights. Now the mini won't store one in the bottom because you're already at the bottom with your first one. But I like this one the best out of all of them, and the reason is you can stick, I think it's 6 that'll fit in here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, 6. So 6 times 4. That's 24 hours of light in this little package. This one, you got 2. You got 8 hours of light. This one is 9 on these big candles. The other reason I like the mini the best is these you have to buy from UCO. They're a little bit pricey. They come in a 3-pack like this, and I forget how much it is for the 3-pack. It's not super expensive, but it's nowhere near as cheap as the tea lights, which is why I buy the ones with the tea lights. The only downside I see, because I mean they're all going to be the same brightness, the micro will probably give you the less area, only because its glass is so small. But I mean, it's a candle is a candle is a candle. But like I said, these tea lights, I mean, Walmart, you can buy a whole case of these things for a couple bucks to last you. And if you really want to go crazy, they do sell 8-hour tea light ones, which are, a little bit thicker, a little bit taller. That's an 8-hour versus a 4-hour. And as I see it, the only downside is with the tea lights, these two, if you use these, is you have to be careful not to bump it, because when you burn these tea lights, this whole thing turns into a puddle of oil or liquid wax. So any kind of little bump to your tea light and you're going to have spillage, where it goes all over the bottom of your base or in your car or your tent or whatever. The original ones, they don't make a puddle. Their puddle's very small. It's only where the candle itself is, and it kind of domes in. So it's a little more bump friendly, if you want to say. But yeah, I love these things. Like I said, they're I think $12, $13. They got all kinds of different colors, and I put them in my kids' vehicles, my wife's vehicle, and like I said, out of all of them, this one's my favorite, the mini, and for the reasons of the Still have the half decent sized glass. It's about the same as the original. And all these tea lights that you can store in it. You can just put this back in the box it came in. They all come with these little hangers, so you can hang it off of something in your tent or your rear view mirror or whatever, what have you. And yeah, so that's my 2 cents worth. Is they're all nice, but I definitely have more of these than I do the other two, and that's pretty much why.